Today, we're looking at one of the most unique housing markets that we've seen maybe in our lifetime. Usually, a housing market either favors sellers or buyers. This market has huge perks for both sides, and I'm going to show you what those are. Welcome to Team Doc. I'm Dianne OPHELIA COLSON, and our mission is to give you the most up-to-date, accurate real estate investment information so that when it comes time for you to buy or sell a house, you'll make the best decision possible. So today we're talking about this crazy market. Let's start with the buyers. The big perk for buyers, interest rates. Our interest rates are at a 50-year low. You know what that means? If you bought a $300,000 house in the 1980s versus today, you would have been paying $2,000 more per month for the same house. You can afford more house than your parents or your grandparents. Let me show you this chart. It's by Fannie Mae, and it shows where the interest rates are today. Now, they only started keeping a record in 1971, so we don't really know what happened before then, but I would bet they've never been this low for at least as long as we've all been around. The interest rates just last week were below 3%. They're at 2.88%. That meant you can afford $32,000 more in a home than just last December. So now is the time to jump in that market if you're a buyer. People are moving for a lot of different reasons now than they did before. Our priorities have changed. A lot of people want a lot larger house so they can have a home office and work remotely, so the kids can have a place to do virtual schoolwork in privacy and quiet. A place where you can have a gym, because going to gyms just aren't as popular as they used to be. And backyards, a place for kids to safely play, pets to run around. We're not vacationing like we used to, so home now is our refuge. So if you ever thought about buying up, couldn't be a better time. Or even if you're planning to size down or relocate to a suburb or a different neighborhood, you couldn't ask for a better market. You can afford more home now than your parents or grandparents. Remember that, and jump in the market. But now let's turn to sellers. There's a huge perk for sellers as well, and that is low inventory. Now, our inventory was not back to normal even before this pandemic hit. Because of the 2008 housing crash, there was a lot of construction that just didn't happen. So we were still hobbling along before the pandemic hit. But after it hit, people took their houses off the market. A lot of people decided not to sell because they didn't know what the future held. And we are looking at a very low inventory. Check out this chart. Look at how our inventory has decreased and continues to decrease. So what does that mean for you as a seller? It means you're going to get a better price and you're going to sell your house faster. If you ever thought about selling your house to move up, relocate, whatever the reason might be, now is the time, because you can sell that house and you can make a profit. So whether you're buying or selling, you gotta jump into the market. And if you check the links below in the description, I give you an e-guide that's 20 pages long, all about this summer market and how it's impacting buyers and sellers. So I hope you'll check that out. Hit the subscribe button. My videos come out every couple of days, and I try to keep you up to date about real estate news, investment advice, featured homes, lots of topics. So come back and join me again. And if you're interested in buying or selling a house, give me a call, text, or email. I'd love to talk real estate with you. And if I can't personally help you, I'll find you a qualified, credentialed broker to make sure your transaction is successful. After all, real estate transactions are some of the most important transactions in our life. And if you're leaving that up to someone you see on the internet or a flyer you received in the mail, just not a good idea. Let me find you a qualified person, and I'll even coach you through the transaction if you have questions. Again, thanks for joining me today. I hope we'll see each other again soon.